What's up, YouTube? This is my second time recording this. Because if you're not having problems with OBS, you're probably not using OBS. Frick, I hate you, OBS. God. Anyway, I did everything for this video already, and now I'm doing it again. So if I seem like I'm losing some enthusiasm, it's because I've said all this stuff before. Anyway, I've been actually doing my Aimlab this week. Maybe it's not as much as I possibly could, but I have been training, so that's good. The numbers are looking okay. They changed a bit, and I think that's because I've actually changed the training regimen I've been doing. So first up, right off the start, flicking is up, which is good. It was 50.2 and now it's 50.6. Tracking is up as well. It was 53.6 and now it's 56.2. Speed is down a little from 54.1 to 53.9. Not terrible. Precision is up from 58.2 up to 59.1. Perception is up from 74.1 to 75.6. And finally, cognition is a little down from 56.3 to 55.9. So what does that mean in the grander scheme of ranks? Ruby 1 is 590, and we're currently at 585.8. Let's get to Ruby 1 next week. That would be cool. Another thing I've done is I've created a new playlist called December 2020 Training. I changed up some of my tests a little bit, and I'm doing something a little bit different. So I swapped out some of the old tests with new ones, still kind of keeping the same general idea of kind of training a little bit on everything. I'll actually fire up a different test for a change. Oh, I guess I can't just randomly pick one. Oh well, let's just go with this one. This one's really hard to talk through though, so give me a second here. So anyway, that's how things are going in Aimlab. Overall, pretty good. And now we'll switch it over to Apex. So over in Apex, things are pretty good. My average damage is up a fair amount, actually, from 340 up to 356, which is pretty good. My KD is almost exactly the same at a 0.86, which is, not where I wanted it to be, but it's also not dropping. So in the grand scheme of things, not that terrible. I'll bring up the charts for you to see. One thing you'll notice, I've added time played into both the average damage and the KD. And one of the things you'll see is, as of so far, time played hasn't actually had any correlation with the scores I'm seeing. I don't know how to interpret that. It could be just that I've had so many hours in the game now that like an extra 10 hours or 12 hours at this point isn't really going to make a huge difference, but it's really hard to say. And we haven't been tracking it for that long, so it's really hard to find any kind of statistical significance at this point. So not really reading too much into it. I definitely don't think playing less is going to help you any. Like, definitely more time in the game will improve things. But to what degree, I don't know. The longer we track it, I think the better we'll be able to see a correlation. But as of right now, you can see the line for yourself with hours played and the actual values. It's definitely not like a 1-to-1, that's for sure. I actually move the way you would in a game here. Not that you'll see me use the wingman too much in game. I guess if people just stood still, I would actually probably do okay. Well, maybe not that good. So anyway, this week's been pretty good, and I've been playing a lot of ranked lately, and I will probably continue to play a fair amount of ranked because I don't want to have to crunch at the end of the season like I did this past split. So this time I'm going to try to put in more continuous time throughout to make sure that I can at least get my platinum by the end of the season. Maybe even push to plat 3 or 2 for the first time. And yeah, kind of try not to leave it up to the last week of the season to play all my ranked. So I'm not sure what that's going to do. That's definitely, I think that actually explains a little bit of my increased average damage and my not like huge change in my KD, because you don't necessarily get as many kills in ranked because you just spend more time plinking damage at people from range. So as a result, you probably don't see like big gains in KD, but you might actually see what I'm seeing with the changes in average damage as opposed to the changes in KD. So lots of data points to look into, but still liking doing my warm-ups in Aimlab. I still think it's a valuable use of time. And yeah, just going to kind of keep tracking how it goes and see if we start seeing more statistical significance from anything. Thanks for watching. Did you like that video? What, you did? Oh, here are some other videos on the left and a subscribe button. Just look at it. Don't you want to click it?